When memories fade, what your heart still remembers, an opening note of reflection. Have you ever found yourself sitting quietly wondering, who am I now that I am retired? Or felt a sudden pang of loneliness despite being surrounded by family and friends? Maybe you wake up some mornings with a strange emptiness, as if a chapter of your life has quietly closed, and you're not quite sure what comes next. If this sounds familiar, take a slow, deep breath. You are not alone. Retirement is often painted as a time of freedom and joy, but for many, it's also a profound emotional journey filled with unexpected struggles. Today, we're not just going to talk about retirement as a date on the calendar. We're going to explore the emotional landscape that comes with it, the feelings of loss, identity shifts, and the search for new meaning. Because retirement is not just about stopping work. It's about starting a new way of living. And in this next half hour, we'll walk together through stories, science, and practical ways to embrace this transition with grace and hope. The Awakening Moment. Welcome. I'm Ordinary People, your guide on this journey, a fellow traveler who understands that retirement can bring both joy and challenge. Today, we'll explore how to navigate the emotional and psychological challenges many retirees face, especially the feelings of loss, loneliness, and uncertainty about purpose. We'll weave together insights from leading experts like Dr. Robert J. Waldinger, whose Harvard study on happiness reminds us that connection is the heart of a meaningful life. We'll hear from Dr. Lovra Karstensen, who teaches us about the power of focusing on what truly matters as we age, and practical advice from voices like Dr. Nancy Schlossberg and Dr. Richard Leider, who specialize in transitions and purpose. By the end of this session, you'll have 5 powerful strategies to help you find new meaning, build connection, and embrace this phase of life fully. This isn't about pretending retirement is easy. It's about acknowledging the real feelings and discovering strength and hope within them. So let's begin this conversation with openness and compassion for ourselves and each other. The awakening of curiosity. Let's start by understanding what science tells us about retirement and emotional health. Dr. Robert J. Waldinger, director of the Harvard Study of Adult Development, the longest study of human happiness, found that the quality of our relationships is the single greatest predictor of well-being throughout life. Interestingly, this holds true even after retirement, when social roles often shift dramatically. Retirement can feel like a loss of identity because work has often been a primary source of social connection and purpose. Dr. Lovra Karstensen's socio-emotional selectivity theory offers another key insight. As we age, we become more selective about how we spend our time and who we spend it with. This selectivity isn't about withdrawal. It's about deepening meaningful connections and focusing on emotionally fulfilling experiences. But this transition can be tricky. The sudden change in daily structure and social circles can lead to feelings of isolation and anxiety. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg, a leading expert in adult transitions, explains that retirement is one of life's major transitions that requires adjustment in 4 key areas: situation, self, support, and strategies. It's natural to grieve the loss of your working identity, but also vital to explore who you want to become next. As Dr. Ken Deichtwald, a renowned gerontologist, puts it, retirement is not an end, but a redefinition of purpose. Today, we'll explore how to embrace this redefinition with courage and clarity. Insight 1. Embrace your emotional experience. Our first strategy is to embrace your emotional experience with kindness and curiosity. Many retirees feel pressure to be happy or enjoy retirement, which can make feelings of sadness, loss, or confusion feel like failures. But emotions are signals. They tell us what matters deeply. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg reminds us that acknowledging our feelings is the first step in navigating any transition. Try this. When you notice a difficult feeling, maybe loneliness or uncertainty, pause and name it. Say to yourself, I am feeling lonely right now, or I am uncertain about what comes next. This simple act of naming can reduce the intensity of the emotion and open space for understanding. Consider journaling about your feelings each day. Reflect on what these emotions might be teaching you about your needs and values. Dr. Becca Levy's research shows that how we perceive aging affects our emotional health. If we accept and honor our feelings rather than resist them, we foster resilience. Remember, it's okay not to have all the answers right now. This is your emotional landscape. Explore it gently. By embracing your feelings, you build a foundation for deeper self-compassion and growth. Insight 2. Cultivate meaningful connections. Connection is the heart of well-being, especially in retirement. Dr. Waldinger's research is clear. It's not wealth, fame, or status that sustains us, but the warmth and quality of our relationships. So, our second strategy is to cultivate meaningful connections, old and new. Reach out to lifelong friends, family, or neighbors. Share your stories, listen to theirs. Joining community groups, clubs, or volunteer organizations can open doors to new friendships and a sense of belonging. Dr. Ken Deichtwald emphasizes that social engagement is a key to thriving in retirement, not just surviving it. Technology can help here too. While it can feel intimidating, learning to use video calls or social media can bridge distances and keep relationships alive. Dr. Mo Wang's studies highlight that social support buffers against stress and improves cognitive health. Try scheduling regular phone calls or meetups, even virtual ones, to maintain connection rhythms. Remember, connection isn't about quantity but quality. One heartfelt conversation can brighten days and strengthen your emotional health. As Dr. Waldinger says, good relationships don't just protect our bodies, they protect our brains. Insight 3. Discover new purpose and passions. Retirement invites us to explore who we want to be beyond our careers. Our third strategy is to discover new purpose and passions that ignite your spirit. Dr. Richard Leider, a leading expert on life purpose, encouraged retirees to ask, "What gives my life meaning now?" This might be volunteering, mentoring, creative pursuits, or learning something new. Purpose fuels motivation and emotional well-being. It gives structure to your days and a reason to look forward. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg advises creating a transition plan that includes goals and activities aligned with your values. Start small, maybe a weekly art class, gardening, or joining a book club. Dr. Laura Carstensen's research suggests that focusing on emotionally meaningful goals enhances life satisfaction as we age. If you feel unsure, try reflecting on moments when you felt most alive or fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? Purpose doesn't have to be grand, it just has to be meaningful to you. By stepping into new roles and interests, you rewrite your story with richness and joy. Insight 4. Prioritize physical and mental well-being. Our bodies and minds are deeply connected, especially in retirement. The fourth strategy is to prioritize your physical and mental well-being as a foundation for emotional health. Dr. Mo Wang and Dr. Becca Levy's research shows that staying physically active supports brain health and mood. Aim for regular movement, walking, swimming, yoga, or any activity you enjoy. It boosts circulation, reduces anxiety, and sharpens memory. Nutrition matters too. Foods rich in omega-3 south, antioxidants, and vitamins nourish your brain and body. Mental stimulation is equally important. Engage in puzzles, reading, or learning new skills to keep your mind agile. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg highlights that maintaining routines around sleep, exercise, and social interaction helps stabilize emotional well-being during transitions. Mindfulness practices such as meditation or deep breathing can reduce stress and increase emotional resilience. Remember, caring for your body is an act of self-love that reverberates into your emotional world. As Dr. Becca Levy says, how we treat our bodies sends powerful messages to our minds. Insight 5. Develop adaptive strategies for change. Retirement is a dynamic transition, and flexibility is key. Our fifth strategy is to develop adaptive strategies to cope with change and uncertainty. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg's 4S's framework: situation, self, support, and strategies guides us to assess what's changing and how to respond. Ask yourself, what has changed? What strengths do I bring? Who can support me? What strategies can I use? Building new routines and setting achievable goals helps create a sense of control and purpose. Dr. Richard Leider encouraged retirees to practice intentional reflection, regularly checking in with yourself about what's working and what needs adjustment. It's okay to seek professional support if feelings of anxiety or depression persist. Mental health is as important as physical health. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, but learning to navigate it with grace. By embracing change as part of life's journey, you open doors to growth and new possibilities. As Dr. Waldinger reminds us, the capacity to adapt is one of our greatest strengths. The final light. Let's deepen our understanding with some advanced insights. Recent neuroscience research shows that the brain remains plastic throughout life, capable of forming new connections and adapting to change. Dr. Laura Carstensen's work on emotional aging reveals that older adults tend to focus more on positive information and experiences a phenomenon called the positivity effect. This means that with intentional practice, retirees can cultivate a mindset that favors hope, gratitude, and emotional balance. Dr. Becca Levy's studies on age stereotypes demonstrate that embracing positive views of aging can actually slow cognitive decline and improve longevity. Conversely, negative stereotypes can become self-fulfilling prophecies. Dr. Mo Wooden's research highlights the importance of perceived control, believing you can influence your life outcomes on emotional well-being in retirement. This aligns with Dr. Nancy Schlossberg's emphasis on developing adaptive strategies to maintain a sense of agency. Together, these findings underscore that retirement is not a passive phase, but an active, evolving chapter where mindset and behaviors shape emotional health. It's an invitation to harness the brain's resilience and the wisdom of lived experience to thrive. From knowing to becoming. As we come to the close of this conversation, let's take a moment to reflect. Retirement is a profound life transition that brings both challenges and gifts. You may face feelings of loss, uncertainty, or loneliness, and that is okay. These feelings are part of the process of redefining who you are. But remember what Dr. Robert J. Waldinger's study teaches us. The heart of a meaningful life is connection. Focus on nurturing relationships, embracing your emotions, discovering purpose, caring for your whole self, and adapting with grace. Each step you take is a testament to your resilience and courage. You are not alone on this journey. There is hope, growth, and joy waiting to be found in this new chapter. May you approach this time with kindness toward yourself and openness to the possibilities ahead. Until the next reflection. Before we part, I want to leave you with a question. What story do you want to tell about your retirement journey? Will it be one of fear and loss or one of discovery and connection? The choice is yours, and it begins with small, intentional steps. Reach out to someone today, share a story, ask for support, or simply say hello. Try one of the strategies we discussed. Embrace your feelings, connect meaningfully, find a new passion, care for your body, or adapt to change. And remember, it's okay to ask for help, whether from friends, family, or professionals. If this conversation has touched your heart, please share it with others who might need it. Your story, your courage, your journey can inspire someone else. Subscribe and join us for more conversations about aging, meaning, and connection. Together, we can create a community where retirement is not an ending, but a new beginning. I'm Ordinary People. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I'm honored to walk beside you on this path. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, the heart remembers what the mind sometimes forgets.